Hello, my name is Kat. Welcome to my channel. Today we're revisiting the series that I'm reading and I'm planning to quit. I'm planning to go on, something like that. Hello, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today's video we're gonna check out some series that I've been reading, that I DNF, I'm planning to keep going. I'm planning to maybe leave it right there. We'll see. I did this type of video no long ago, maybe last year in the middle of the year, probably. So I thought it was a good time to just kind of refresh our memory where I am. I have some changes, no big changes, but still some changes on it. So the first page, I'm gonna keep looking down, up and down, because I'm using the computer to kind of share the screen with you. So on the first page, we have some books that I DNF. I did talk about them last year with you, so we're not going back to check them out. The second page is a DNF series too that I talked about them last year. I have two very controversial. This is Terry Pratchett and Red Rising. A lot of people love them. A lot of people love their books and their series, the authors, but they are not really for me. And then we move on to the third page. That's where we have some changes here. So the first one is I can pronounce it, Counterfeit Lady. Even I'm not sure if I write it wrong. Right. So this one is about this girl that she is a con artist, and I actually have the book here with me. So she lives in the 1900s, after the Golden Age, I think, and she's managing around the society, the high society, and she's a con artist. It was interesting. The last book we kind of is trying to resolve a mystery about money and some murders going on there. It was interesting. Nothing that blow my mind. I don't think I'm gonna continue with the series. Victoria Thompson has a different series that are more interesting, and plus I have only two books on this one, so I'm gonna leave it right there. So that's a DNF. The next one is The Time Quintet. This one, it was A Wrinkle in Time. I think it's a middle grade story. I did it in an audio. I don't remember very well the story, so that means it's not that memorable. And I think they have a TV show or maybe a movie about the books. I'm not 100% which one, but yeah, I'm not that interested anymore, so that's a DNF. Then we move on to my maybes. So we have the Winter Night trilogy, that is The Bird and the Nightingale. This one is very interesting because they talk about some East European folklore, and that's kind of interesting. Maybe different kind of mythological beings, mythological ideas. But the audio, it was not so good, so I'm planning to get through this series. Maybe if I grab the physical, it will be better option for me. I will try with the second book. If I don't like it, means it's not working, and it's only 3 books, so if I DNF it in the second one, I guess it's not too much damage anyways. The next one is The Night Swim. They came out with the second book in the series last year, I think, and it's about this girl that she works in a podcast and she is resolving some crimes. The first one, it was resolving a crime about two sisters, that one was drowned and the other was survive. I can't remember very well. I remember that I did like it. It was very fast paced. I did have a good time reading it. It's a mystery thriller. It's hardly something wrong. You always have time reading mystery thrillers, I think, most of the time. So this one, I'm pretty sure I can pick it up if I feel it. I don't own the book, so if I feel like I need to, if it came out in a, I don't know, random TBR or whatever, I may pick it up. So this one is a maybe. the next one is next year in La Habana, I think. Next year in Havana. And this is the Paris family. This one I didn't include it last time. I didn't know it was a series. Now I find out that it's actually a series. It's about this girl that she goes back to Cuba and kind of um, visit the hometown of her grandmother, if I'm not wrong, and kind of rediscovering what it was, the life of her grandmother or mother in Cuba in that time, and how much difference are between her life and her family life, and how you cannot be part of, you don't like, she doesn't feel like belongs to anywhere, like either um, Cuba or United States, because she feels like it somehow is cut it in the middle, like doesn't belong to neither place. So that was interesting. I may pick up the second one in an audio because that's the way I did it this the first time. So we'll see. And the next one is a series that I finished. So this one didn't change much. We have the All the Boys I Love before, His Dark Materials, and Padme trilogy. The first one I read it by physical, and I also did some rereads on audio. Not all of them, just a couple of them, I think. His Dark Materials I did it half and half, like I was reading it and I was listening, and I was reading it and I was listening. It's really good. Not too much the third book. I do like the first and the second one more than the last one. And the trilogy, Padme trilogy, I think this one, it was kind of like a disappointed for me. I don't know what I was expecting, but it's not what I find it in the books. Think I think the first one is the most interesting, the Queen's Pearl. No, I think it's Queen's Hope, the first one in the series. I don't remember which one is first. No, Queen's Pearl. Queen's Pearl. So it's a young adult series. I don't think I like it much. Maybe I'm the only one on that area that I'm saying I didn't like much. That one, it was a done, but I didn't enjoy it that much. Well, let's move on. So the next one is a series that I'm in the middle of, and let's go through it. So the Forgetting Books series, the Cemetery of Forgotten Books. I have to go through 3 books more. I have them. I just lazy. They are big books. I do like it a lot. I like his writing style. Hopefully one day I will pick it up. J.D. Robb, I did read the first one audio and physical, mostly audio. I didn't like the audio version, so we're gonna try it any book on their series in a physical. I own some of them, so I will just pick it up the early ones that I have, I guess. And Green Gables, we read it in my book club, and I just get through the first one. The Faithful and the Fallen series, I'm still stuck in the second book. I love the series. They are just big, and the same situation with the Shadow of the Wind. They're too big, and I'm just lazy to pick them up. This one is one that I have a change. I did finish the Legacy of the Jan Chin. It's the fourth one on these novels. The first one, it was The Shadow of Kyoshi, The Rise of Kyoshi. Then we have The Dawn of Jan Chain, and then The Legacy of Jan Chain. I think I like the most The Shadow of Kyoshi from all of them. However, all of the books are very interesting, especially if you like Avatar stories. I'm not 100% sure if we have it more on the series. That's why I leave it in the middle of. If they may come out with more novels, technically they are a duals, because this one is about this Kyoshi, the next two they're about Jan Chen. If they came out with some other novel, it will be about a different avatar, but we can think they're all in the same world. So that's why I think I look at them like a big series, and I'm not sure if they are coming out with more in the series for this one. So let's move on to the next page. This we have few changes. So the middle grade, I can pronounce incorrect. I can pronounce that word. I still read only the first one. The Bone Witch is an audio that I'm planning to keep going. I just didn't feel for it. Maybe in October, that is more like a spooky season, I will decide to pick up the second one in the series, Victoria Thompson. This is the other series about Victoria Thompson that I was talking about, that I have a lot of books of them. I feel like I like this series better than the other one. Is the Gaslight Mysteries, I think. So it's a different murder in a different town, in a different street. And so far I read only one. I have few of those books. I'm probably gonna pick it up one eventually. Then we have the Margaret stories. I read the first one. I read the second one. I think I like the second one better. I don't remember too much about the first one, but the second one, it was really good. The mystery was well done, and everything was believable. The detective is very likable. So, and they are super short, so they are really good for reading in between big books, or reading in between heavy heavy books. The next one is add on to my series. This was a new series that I start, is the Thursday Murder Club. So far I read the Thursday Murder Club, the first one in the series. I did like it. It's a different type of characters, like the main characters, and it's about these old people, like elderly people, they are trying to discover in some mysteries on their own. It was all fun. It's supposed to be super funny, but at the same time make you think a lot of things. So I did like this one. I'm planning to continue with the second one. I'm actually thinking about it to read it in the near future. So the next one I have Oracle. This one I did it for kind of October, September, like the spooky season, to have something spooky. I'm not really a seasonal person. Sometimes I try, and the easier ones to fit something seasonal is, the spooky season and the holiday season of Christmas and that kind of thing. Thanksgiving season, those are easy to fit something in. We have a lot of options. So I found out this Oracle is narrated by Joshua Jackson. That's the main reason I pick it up. And they have a second on the audio is only by Audible, and they have the second on the series. The same Joshua Jackson is gonna be the narrator. I don't think they have more, but I'm planning to continue. Maybe I will pick it up this two, Bomb Witch and the Oracle, just perfect for the spooky season this year, maybe. Next one, I have Agatha Christie. So far, there are 6 books read. Last one added to this list is been, let me see if I can pronounce, a Sleeping Murder, and it's a Marple story. So I did like this one. It's a little different from the period stories. Marple is involved, but not that much. She lead the people to kind of resolve the crime or whatever mystery was going on. So I did like it. I think I like it better than the period stories, but I didn't read enough Marple to see if it's actually that way. So we will figure it out together in the future. Next one, we have some series that are kind of important, not really important. Like they are very popular, and I'm kind of fan of them. So, Throne Ascendancy. I have it last time a Star Wars series, but I was thinking about all the Star Books series, or Star Books that they have it. But in this big world, they have like a standalone novellas, and they also have a series or trilogies or duals or whatever in the same world. So I decided to just focus on the ones that they are like actually trilogies or series or duals, not in every single Star Wars book that they have, because they are a lot. There are a lot. So far, the only one that I is actually a trilogy, and I started, is the Throne Ascendancy. This one is a little heavy. It's about the life of Throne before he became who became. He was already very popular because he was really good doing like military stuff, like making strategies, creating plans for the military groups that belong to their planet, to their galaxy. So it was interesting. They also talk about a little skywalkers that are able to navigate this strange galaxy, that they have different abilities from the other people. It's a little heavy. It's very slow pace, but I think it's very interesting because it gives you a lot of information about Tron itself and about the galaxy itself. So I did like it. Since it's so heavy, that's why I am not picking up the second book in the series, because it kind of takes time to listen it. It's not something that I'm gonna listening in one setting. I need to have many days going through these books. But this series that I'm planning to continue. The next one is the Chronicles of Narnia. We're still in the same situation. I read the Magician Nephew, the Horse and the Boy, and the Lion and the Witch, and the Wardrobe so far. So I think they have 7 books in the series. I'm missing 7 or 6. I'm not 100% sure. I think there are 7. So I'm missing few more books in the series. Eventually I'm gonna pick it up. I'm not like really rushing to finish this one. I have all the books with me. I will pick it up eventually. The last one, I think I did it in audio, and I actually want to go through this particular series in a physical form. So I have to be in the mood for me to read those. Then we have The Lord of the Rings. I reread for the third time, I think, this book. The first time I read it in Spanish, second time I went to audio version, and the last time I did was in English. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna move on to the second book in the series finally, because we're reading it together with some people in my book club. So that's kind of like a motivation to keep going. I do planning to do a special review for the series, maybe, or for each book. I'm not sure. They deserve a lot of love. They deserve a lot of work to make a good review for the books and for the series itself. So I don't know if I have the time, maybe at the end of the year, to actually make a good, like make like how it is served. I may do it. If not, I'm just gonna let it go and just give you my general idea, the how much I like the stories. The next one is the um Mockingjay, is the Hunger Games series. I did read the last one. I never read the first one, and I never read the second one. I read the third one because the movie was already out, and I have to wait for the last 2 movies, I think, on the Hunger Games. So I decided to just read the book because I couldn't wait for the movie to come out. And I did like it. And it's one of the books that I read in English for the first, like, my first book, or one of the first books that I read in English, technically. So it has a special place in my heart. That is all. That's all the series I'm in the middle of, IDNF, and I'm planning to keep going, and I'm thinking about it. So it's not big changes, but a little more sure on some of them, because I wasn't sure in some of them, and I have to change some of this, and I add some books. That means I did some progress on it. No big progress, but I hope next time when we check this out, we can add some finished series on the list, hopefully. Anyways, I think that's it for today. I hope you like the video. I hope you pick up some of these books. I hope I give you a good idea about what they are. And I think that's it for today. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you want to know if I post another video, ring the campanita. And thank you for watching. Bye.